We'll go on to a new topic, nested queries in SQL. Nested queries means you will have more than one query. More than one query. Okay, we'll start simple. We'll go for 2 queries, and then we'll go for 3 queries, 4 queries, and so on. Now, when you do nested queries, you will have something called an outer query and inner query, or inner queries. So this is how your nested query will look like. You will have one outer query and then might be an inner query or more than one inner query, and this is how it will look like. Your outer query together with your inner query. Now, this outer query, you will be working on, let's say, table 1. And this inner query, you might be working on table 2. Okay, the outer query, you will be working on table 1, and the inner query, you might be working on table 2. Now, you cannot simply write queries. There are a few conditions you have to keep in mind when you write your nested queries. The first thing is table 1 and table 2, they should be connected. Table 1 and table 2, they should be connected. How do you connect two tables? You will be connecting them via the foreign key. So very simple. When you need to write nested queries between tables, the tables are to be connected with the help of foreign keys. Now let's see a few tables. Okay, I've opened up my SQL Plus. I have a table called select star from STU details. Okay, I have SID, SNAME, age, city, gender, CID, and DOG. Okay, now look here. Rahul, he is specializing in a course called 55, which has ID called 55. Dhanya and Devika, they are specializing in a course which has ID called 58. Tina and Manu, they are specializing in a course called 78. Together with that, I even have a table called course. These are things which we did last day. We have done till here. Okay. I do have a table called course, where it is very clearly told the 55, it does mean Java, 56 means DBMS, 57 it means DCN. Anyway, I don't have all that. And 58 it means OS. Okay, so which means Rahul is specializing in 55 called Java. Okay, now how can I say that Rahul is specializing in Java? Okay, look here. This is the primary key. CID is the primary key over here. This CID primary key is the foreign key over here. So I can very clearly say these two tables are connected. STU details and course, they are connected. My first condition, they are connected. Now, how are they connected? They are connected with the help of CID. Here, CID is the foreign key, and here, CID is the primary key. Okay, so I can say Rahul is specializing in course ID 55, and 55, it does mean Java. Okay, Dhanya and Devika, they are specializing in 58. And what do 58 mean? 58 means OS. Okay, I even created one more table. Okay, I created another table called teacher. Very simple. I've got a TID, which is the primary key, T1, T2, T3, T4. And I've got a few teachers, Amal, Vimal, Kamal, Jamal, and all that. And I even have experience of teachers. Experience field, I simply put in. And now, look here, TID is the primary key over here. And TID, this TID, it is the foreign key over here. Because, when I created the table, I did put such a constraint, TID, varchar 2, references, teachers, TID. So first thing what I'll do is, I'll just fill up the TID over here. So I'll update my table, update course. What do I do? Set TID is equal to, because this is the foreign key, I can be keeping only values which are here. So we'll do one thing. Let Java be taught by a teacher called T1. Okay, where CID is equal to 55. Okay, where CID is equal to 55, I need an entry over here called T1. Select star from course. Yeah, so that has been done. Similarly, I'll even fill up all those details. Update course, set TID is equal to, let's say I give another teacher name, where CID is equal to 56. Yeah, I do have a 56. So one more row updated. For T3, I'll give CID is equal to 57. And I'll give even T4. Let's say T4 for 58. Select star from teacher. Okay, sorry, select star from course. I've got all the details entered. So 55 is taught by T1, 56 by T2, 57 by T3, and 58 by T4. I will even do one more entry. Look here, Tina and Manu, they are having 78, right? I don't have an entry called 78 over here. I'll just insert a new entry in my course table called 78. Okay, so insert into course values 78, comma, I'll just give a course name. Okay, I'll give BI, Business Intelligence, comma, what is the third field? TID. Okay, I'll give T1 itself, T1. So I'll just display all the details. I have student details. I have course details. And I even have teacher details. Okay. Now I need you to spend some time looking into each table. Okay. Look here, I've got 78, 78 BI. It is taught by Amal. Okay. So we have a table called student details. It is connected to which table? It is connected to course table, and course table, it is connected to my teacher table. So, this is connected via a foreign key, which is the foreign key CID. The first connection happens through CID, and then the second connection happens through TID. So, in short, all these three tables are connected. Student details are connected to course is connected to teacher, and student details is also connected to teacher through an intermediate table called course. So I'll just ask you very simple questions. Okay, so come over here. You need not tell me the answer, just have the answer in mind. I'll pick out a person and then I'll ask you the question. Who teaches Rahul? Or let's go very simple. Which is the subject Rahul learns? Which is the subject Rahul learns? Okay, so now you got the answer. Rahul learns Java. How did you get Java? Very simple. You took Rahul, okay? You found out what is the CID. These two tables are connected via CID. You took this whole table and then you checked which row has 55 and then you took the course name. Now answer my next question. Who teaches Dhanya? I'll go once again how you got Jamal. You took Dhanya, the row, CID. You can only do a checking with CID simply because CID is the foreign key. You cannot do a checking with any other field. Okay, referencing to another table only happens through CID. So you can link or get a link to course table only through CID. You can never get it through gender, city, age, nothing, simply because they are not foreign keys. Okay, so let's come back. I took Dhanya, CID 58, foreign key. Okay, jump to the next table. Check the whole table and find out where you have 58. I got it. So I got the teacher with ID called T4 teachers, but I'm not happy with the ID. I want the name of the teacher. So, TID is again a foreign key over here, which means, I'm opening up the gateway to my next table. I can get connected to my next table. So very simple. I go to my next table where I have the name T4. I check the whole table. I have T4. I get the name called Jamal. So let's see how we write the query of this particular question. Who teaches Dhanya? Or let's say, we'll go very simple. We'll go for two queries first. Let's find out who teaches Java. So before we work into the query, have in mind who teaches Java. Who teaches Java? Okay. So do a calculation and then find out who teaches Java. I assume you do have the answer in mind, who teaches Java. So let's write the query for that. Okay. So we'll do a nested query. So my question is, who teaches Java? Okay, or like we'll be very specific. Teacher. Okay, I need the teacher name. Teacher name. Who? Okay, I don't want the teacher ID. Instead, I want the teacher name. So let's go back into our tables. You want the teacher name. From which table will you get the teacher name? You will want the teacher name and then you will get it from your teacher table. So very simple. Write the query for that. Select T name from teacher. Okay, you need to get the teacher name. So I write select T name from teacher, but you have to satisfy this particular condition. This T4 should be equal. Okay, so where, through whom do you do the connection? You will be doing the connection through TID. You have a keyword called IN. IN is used in nested queries. You have a keyword called IN, and this IN should be present where this TID should be present in here. So when I write the query, I go backward of my logic. I select the teacher name. The TID should be this TID. Okay. Select TID in. Select TID from course. Okay. Select TID from course where, this is equal to Java. What C name? Where C name is equal to Java. Just make my font smaller so that you can see it in a single go. I want the teacher name. So this I write it outside. Whatever you want, the details which you want to be displayed, you will have it in your outer query. This is my outer query. This is my outer query, and this is my inner query. Okay, I'll just delete of this outer query, otherwise it will get copied over there. This is my outer query, and this is my inner query. So I'll just copy this. I'll paste it over here. Okay, so I got who teaches Java, T1, T1, Amal. Amal teaches Java. Okay. So have a question. Find the name of the teacher who teaches Manu. Find the name of the teacher who teaches Manu. Okay. So look here, you need to find out T name, the name of the teacher. Okay. Who teaches Manu? Look here, Manu is here in this table, which means you'll have one outer query. You just need teacher. Okay. So that will be an outer query, and you'll have two inner queries because, I'll have to find out, no? Manu, this connection should happen, one query. Later, this connection should happen, which is the second query. So one query, two query, and three query. Okay, so let's write the query. Now, when you write queries, one thing you need to keep in mind is, look here, where TID in. Okay, I'll just put this up. Look here, TID, select TID. Look here, these are primary key, foreign key. So see that it happens in a flow. You cannot give anything else over here. You cannot give any other key over here. It should be the foreign key. Look here, sorry. Here it will be the primary key in your outer query, and inside your inner query, it will be the foreign query. So, we'll see it with the help of the next example. So what do you want? Okay, you want the teacher name. Okay, select T name from teacher where TID in okay in just a minute, my font is going wrong. Okay, in it is okay. Hope it is visible till there, even though it is not in bold. In okay, now look here, I get the name of the teacher. Okay, whatever is the name of the teacher, I need to make this connection, foreign key and primary key. In select TID. Okay, this connection should be there. TID, TID. This is the primary key, the same field which is the foreign key from course. Okay, you are not giving where course name is equal to Java. Instead, you need to connect to the upper table. How do you connect to the upper table? You connect it with CID, CID. Okay, so I write from course where CID, again in, I'm doing the connection. I am doing the connection. Select CID. Okay, look here. This is what I told, TID, TID. This is primary key in teacher. Okay, and TID is foreign key in course. But look here, CID is primary key over here, and CID will be foreign key over here from STU details. What did I give? Where who teaches Manu, right? Where S underscore name is equal to Manu. And then, I'll just close off all my brackets. I'll just save it. Okay, we'll run the query so that you'll get an idea. Where CID in Just a minute, I had an error somewhere. Let me correct it. Select T name from teacher where I have two ins over here. Okay, TID in. Okay, select TID from course where CID in. Yeah. Okay, look here, Amal. So what was my question? Who teaches Manu? Let's find out. Manu, 78. 78 is T1. T1 is Amal. So I directly got Manu Manu is being taught by Amal. The only thing you need to keep in mind is you can connect n number of tables, but always see that, look here, teacher and course, they are connected. Remember, we saw in the beginning, teacher and course are connected. Okay, so you can write queries connecting teacher and course. You should have TID over here. You should have TID. It should be a continuation. TID, TID. Why did you have TID over here, TID over here? TID is primary key over here. TID is foreign key over here. I'll just write it over here. TID is primary key over here and TID is foreign key over here. Next, I'm having my query between course and student details. Okay, let's look back. Course and student details, they are connected, which means I can have queries between course and student details. So that is my second set of query between course and student details. And as I told earlier, these teacher and student details, they are connected through the course. But anyway, this we saw. And then this, look here, this CID, it is primary key over here. In the course table, it is primary key. And here it is foreign key. I'll be more specific. Primary key in teacher table. This is foreign key in course table. This is primary key in the course table. And this is foreign key in the student details table. So when you make connections, you should see that this flow is there. These two should be connected, the same field, they should be connected. This field and this field, they should be connected. So have the next question. Find out the teachers, teacher or teachers, find out the teachers who teach male students. Find out the teachers who teach male students. Quickly look into the table and get me the answer in your mind. Have the answer in your mind. Who all teach male students? So we'll write the query for that. Find out the teacher who teaches male students. Select T name from teacher. That is my first query. So I need to connect which all tables now? These two tables, course and teacher. I can connect it only through the TID, where TID in, okay. After that, I need to make a connection between these two tables. I can make a connection only with CID, okay. Select TID from course where CID in, select CID from student details where gender is equal to male. I'll copy the query, I'll paste it over there. Okay, perfect. Your answer was perfect, Tina. It is Amal. Only Amal teaches male students. Next question. Find out the courses. Okay, find out the courses who are taught by teachers who have more than 20 years of experience. find out the courses which are taught by teachers with more than 20 years of experience. Okay, so what do you want? You want the course name. Course name from which table? From the course name where you are planning to connect only these two tables. So means you can have a connection only with TID. Okay, where TID in select TID. Okay, select TID from teacher. What? Where TEXP greater than 20. That's it. Okay, so let's take it that side. Copy. OS. Perfect, Eldo. Your answer was correct. It is only OS. So, okay, where's my table? Okay, I will do something on date. Dates are interesting. Find out the teachers. Find out the teachers who teach students who joined before, let's say, August. Find out teachers. Find out the teachers who teach students who joined before August. So find out the answer in your mind. So we'll write the query for that. What do you want? You want teacher name. Just copy this. Okay, select teacher name from teacher where TID in, select TID from course where CID in. Okay, I'll just finish off my query and now I'll write inside. Inside what do I write? Select CID from STU underscore details where month. Okay, this is not the query. I'm just writing the colloquial language of the query. Now look here. How do you have the date? You have day, month, and year, DOG. Okay, so where month of DOG is less than August. This is actually what you want. Out of which this much, I didn't write the query part. No, I just wrote it in normal English. Remaining, you know how to do. Now, what you want to find out is a month of DOG is less than August. You already know your DOG, it is 23 June 88. Okay, this is the format of your date. You have a day, you have a month, and you have a year, out of which you want to extract the date. You need to extract the date. So very simple, you write the query like this. Extract. What do you want to extract? Okay, this happens in the format day, month, year. What do you want to extract? You want to extract month. Okay, from where do you want to extract? From my DOG. Okay, my field is DOG. So I write extract month from DOG less than August. That's it. Okay, if you want to find a particular year, you will simply write year from DOG where year is less than 1980 or so on. But anyway, the question that we had was month less than, okay, August will not work. You'll have to give numbers over here. So August is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, 8th month. So I'll write less than 8. I'll copy this. Did I go wrong in my brackets? I'll just check, just a minute. Okay, yeah, this bracket is one. Perfect. I'll need one more bracket. I'll copy this. I'll put it over here. DOJ. Okay, okay. Just a minute. The bracket from extract month from DOJ. Okay, now it looks better. Okay, Amal. See that this bracket comes after month from DOJ. Similarly, you can even do year. Extract year from DOJ is less than, let's say, 1980 or whatever, which you can work. Okay. Find the teachers who teach students who joined between August and October. Okay. Find the teachers who teach students who joined between August. So we'll write the query for that. Okay, we'll write on the same query. Teacher name, select. So the only change is not less than only September. Okay. Between, right? So greater than, either it should be greater than 8 or between, right? So and
month from DOJ less than 8.
Yeah, and
Less than or equal to
DOJ is greater than August, between, in between. So it will be greater than or equal to, or we'll work on this, less, and should be also less than, not 8, less than the 10th month. Okay, I'll just have this on a single line. Very simple. It should be greater than 8 and less than 10. I'll just copy my query and then put it
equal
over
to
there.
and greater than or equal to.
Equal to depends upon, you know, how you think of the query. Okay. Greater than 8, less than 10. Only Amal came up. Greater than 8.
August included.
August is 8th month. August is not included. So I'll better put an equal to. Equal to, and I will put an here also an equal to August. So, you know, we are even including August, and we are including both August and October. If I don't include August and October, only Amal. If I'm including both August and October, because, you know, that was how Lakshmi thought of the query. If I include both August and October, I'll get 2 people, Amal and Jamal. Okay. The teacher who teaches students who joined after the month of today. After the month of today means system date, November. After this November, only one, 58 OS, T4, Jamal. Okay, so let's write the query for that. I'll just do the same query again. T name for etc. etc. Okay, I'll just have a few changes over here. Okay, sorry. Extract month from DOJ. Okay, take the month. It should be greater than, okay, the month over there should be greater than what? The month of the system date. I'll just copy the same thing over here. Okay, not from DOJ, take the system date. So, you know, the DOJ date, the DOJ month should be greater than the month of the system date. I'll just check my brackets. I need one more bracket. Okay, I'll copy my query. Hannah is perfectly right. Only Jamal teaches students who joined after the system date. So this is how you write nested queries in SQL.